They were
didn't go in the beginning, but they had to just.
We live right now. We live right now.
We live?
Turn it off?
Yep, we going live.
We live. Turn it off?
We let it rock for a minute. We let it rock for a minute. We got this for a minute. Hey! A broasties. We live! We live! How does shit go for what like this? We live, baby! Not safe for your motherfucking ears! Gunplay! No! I feel good all the time, bitch. Hey.
That was cardio for the week.
You can stop saying that shit. That was cardio for the week. Alright. Ooh, that was hard.
Alright.
Now say the edge, you bitches. Episode 5,000. We all rich, all got Lamborghinis, got mansions we don't even live in, motherfucker. We don't even live in a mansion.
I want a Hurricane. I want the Lambo Hurricane.
All these, you want an actual
Is that the new Lambo truck? Lamborghini truck?
That was real low shit.
If you get a Lambo from a Hurricane, you can get it for a great price.
That's a good ass.
It'd be a salvage title.
So I decided I'm no longer looking at these motherfuckers in the eye. That's just what I'm doing now. So.
It's only because he got a lazy eye. So.
That's exactly what it is. This motherfucker. Alright,
I didn't think you were going to do
Hey guys, notice the table has
I
stickers
got
now.
bills like baseball.
You must obey the stickers.
Oh shit.
Please obey the stickers, guys.
So who gave me the sticker I eat ass? That was very sweet.
Well, the issue is like the stickers will face us. So like,
Well, not all of them.
Yeah,
We'll post photos up online. What the fuck is my lollipop?
Lollipop.
Hey.
Alright,
Why
so
do we have a lollipop, man?
we're gonna get into that right after we introduce the new viewers, which have to be a couple 100,000 that just popped
So wait,
on.
why do you have a lollipop?
We're gonna get right to that.
Yeah, we
It's a
was.
Valentine's Day lollipop too. Cause I love love. So let's introduce
Yeah,
our panel here.
Yeah, where'd he come from, yo? He got here like 5 minutes ago.
Let's introduce our panel.
It's some
Marv, give me your handle first. Make sure
All
you
right,
give me your handle.
MG2_fit. Make sure y'all check us out.
That's Instagram, by the way. My man right here, Danny.
Danny _lifts.
As you was motherfucker see, you ain't noticed.
Not a talker.
He's a talker. To my left,
Let's get into the topics.
his name is Denzel, by the way.
This looks weird.
And hold up, his handle is Denzel Skywalker.
Denzel Skywalker. But also, let's get into the topics.
Oh, by the way, we keep looking at this motherfucking camera. This is the camera.
That's the camera that we're supposed to be looking at.
All
But
right,
you can
cool.
look at anyone you want to.
And my name
Go on
is
there.
Nick. Nick with a K.
My camera just went
I gotta figure out how to spell that. Without making it up.
K-N-I.
Because
It don't feel awkward when you spell like K-N-I.
there's obviously a K in Nick.
Yeah, but the Nicky is spelled with a
I
K.
know.
I think he's being sarcastic.
I am, but it's also difficult. Like, spell my first name on the gram. Spell it real fast. Go.
K-N-I-C-K-Y.
See, you got K-N-I. It's like a K-N-I-C-K.
Just let me make your name, yo. I'll make
So,
Switch it and flip it.
quick recap.
Let's go.
The holiday just passed us. The one that all the guys love. All of us.
No.
How was your holiday? Valentine's Day. How was it? Quick recap.
Valentine's Day was nice this year.
Nice?
It was. There's something I've never done before.
You never.
Maybe we'll talk about that on the show.
Okay. Well, good God.
There you go.
I actually got to do my favorite activity, and I would say
Jerking off.
There's nothing wrong with that, my guy.
I didn't say there's anything wrong with it. I'm saying
my
it's
favorites too.
possibly a good activity.
You just shook my hand, so
Alright,
you should
I'm
feel
sorry.
bad about that. But
So you don't wash?
huh?
You don't wash, you're saying.
I just did it in the bathroom,
Okay.
and then
And I shook his hand.
huh?
I did too. That shit was hella moist. I'm like,
Shook my hand stuck.
Alright.
Mom, how was it? Did you even celebrate it? Is it a waste of time or what?
Yeah, bring it up and
It was not
Cool.
You didn't celebrate?
No, not really.
All right, cool.
Because
We all,
Valentine's Day is every day, right?
good. Boom. We're gonna leave it right there and move on to the topics. I love it. Dumbass.
Did he really just come here?
Look,
All right,
see.
topics.
All right, topic man. Topic man.
Y'all be doing some crazy shit with these topics in here, yo. I swear to
Look,
God.
I don't know who wrote what would yesterday, but they done shit last
I know
week.
somebody.
Why do you have a lollipop?
You know,
Why
shit,
do you have a
baby.
heart-shaped lollipop?
Because I love love.
Who gave
Ladies.
Who gave you that?
These fucking chauvinistic pigs.
We gonna have to work on your handwriting skills too. We gotta take some of y'all back to the fifth
Hey,
grade.
that one right there, just read the bottom one, because there's two of them on there.
All right, so deal or no deal?
No, that's the top part.
It's not.
Oh.
It's definitely not the top
All right,
part.
the
It's like
small,
right there,
the
too.
small handwriting. The small handwriting.
Okay. If someone has to play you in a what?
Yeah, I got you.
In a movie.
If someone had to play you in a movie, who would you want it to be? Go.
Me?
Marvin. You want to be an actor?
If somebody had to play me in a movie, who would I want it to be? What did you say?
No, go for it. Just go. Choose your
I know who I would choose for you, but I'm gonna let you figure it out.
Choose with your heart.
What? Choose my heart?
Makai Pfeiffer?
No, well that's not bad.
Go ahead.
You gotta put it.
Alright, go ahead, Danny.
Yeah, you gotta pick.
I know who I would choose for him. The Michael B. dude. All the
Michael B.
Jordan? Yeah.
Jordan.
The Black Panther dude.
You know what?
You all cut up, swole.
but I didn't know.
He's like,
Michael B.
he's so handsome, I don't want to say him,
He's a
yo.
handsome guy, you know.
So you trying to say? Damn.
Tell you what,
It's brutal right here.
your brothers.
No,
Boys
God,
and
right.
boys.
What'd you say, Dan?
I would say Ryan Gosling. Cause I think
That's
I'm
a good pick, yo.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling's a really good actor too.
Because I feel like not only would it be mainstream movie, but I feel like it would upset the black community so much.
Like, watch this shit.
that
He don't even live. He's white.
they'll forever be talking about my name. So if this movie was produced, say I died and someone had to act in it, I'd have Ryan Gosling. Thanks, Ryan.
I got the
Well,
one. I got the one from
Marvin. Too many shades off, so.
Huh?
He's close, yo. He's close.
Not too many shades off, so.
Hell yeah, you take the shirt and look like a onesie. But go ahead.
All jokes aside, I have found the actor for Marvin. I thought about it for a second. I know who would play Marvin. I know who'd be good.
Who's that?
All right, it's a guy similar in stature, knows how to joke and laugh and shit, but also is serious in the gym. Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart, yo.
You said similar in stature. God damn! I know he's not a tall guy,
Look
but
at his face, yo. Look at his face, yo.
he's not similar. That's a lot of hard work.
We're gonna keep this to who you would pick for you.
Hard.
Go ahead, Nikki.
Fuck, who would I pick for me? So I hear this dude, who's the
Bruno Mars?
Jediah. I hear I'm a doppelganger. Hey, doppelganger.
Oh shit!
I'm a shorter,
yeah.
uglier, not as impressive, not as much money
You
version.
definitely
of
not
him.
as much money. You have to
I know, everything is less, but I keep hearing that. Or Lil Bow Wow, if he actually grew up to be a man. Lil Bow Wow. So Jediah, or Marcus Houston. I heard like Marcus Houston.
No, Lil Bow Wow is good.
But
Because he's at least an actor. At least it's gonna be a good
Jediah,
movie.
but I don't know if he can act though.
Yo, but at least
Marcus
Lil
Houston
Bow
was
Wow
in-
will make it a good movie because he can fucking act.
But Marcus Houston was what? And You Got Served?
But he can act though. He can at least. I think he could pull off. Him or Bow Wow could pull off some of my comedic antics.
I think Bow Wow
Jediah might be too motherfucking, like smooth and shit. I don't know. Is it Jediah or Jediah?
I don't know. Somebody correct this if you know the answer.
What? How the comment?
So y'all remember?
They do like the whole pronunciation. Yeah.
Was it Drumline where it was those two dudes and they went against each other? What's it? Was it Drumline? Was it? And it was
So you would be Nick Cannon?
No, not Nick Cannon. What movie was that? Where it was two fucking groups. They was both in like fraternities. Yeah. And one was crocodiles and the other one was that Drumline?
Are you talking about something else?
Start the yard.
Okay. Oh, I know you're talking about.
He kind of looked like me.
Yeah, he does.
Brian White, yo.
Yeah, I think talking about he the dude that had anger problems.
Who's Ryan White?
Ryan White.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, but you talking about the main character of Stomp the Yard.
No, that's not his name.
I don't know if that's
Oh,
his
damn
name.
Brian White.
What y'all think, Brian White? Yo, he's not the main character. He's not the main character. He's the light skin.
Somebody help us out.
Remember,
Somebody help us out.
the main camera right here, the black one.
Brian White?
Is this motherfucker still?
No.
How we know it's still?
That's kind of dated. I really want you to say. Yeah, let's go.
Next topic.
So next time, y'all know who supposed to play.
Either that or I would have Denzel Washington just because he's a fucking great actor.
I really want Idris Elba, but you know what I'm saying?
He ain't liked by the ladies right now.
You know what?
But Idris Elba not like by the ladies?
Why not?
Why? What he did? He married. He got a girl now. You know how it go.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, true. All right, so I know this is one of Nick's shits. Because Nick had to be the one in a rush. By the way, he's blinking.
I was a little on time.
little
on
Thanks,
time.
bro. I appreciate it. All right, so posting personal business online. Does that
Sure. My mom called me this week about that.
Does that what apply to be there?
Yeah, so you know how everyone says like I don't put my shit online. my business is my business. They almost, scold people who do it. But as soon as Valentine's Day comes, everybody got their baby mama we ain't seen all decade. Right? Their girlfriend, their boyfriend, all this cheesy ass flower shit.
Yep.
Yeah. You guys know the conspiracy. Walmart invented the whole Valentine's Day. If you haven't, Google it.
They invented it?
Supposedly invented it. Like a lot of other holidays.
No, Hallmark.
Hallmark.
Yeah.
That makes more
One
sense.
of the marks. Sorry about that.
Whatever. Who cares?
So, how do y'all feel about that? Do you post your personal business? Period. Like, is it just birthdays, or maybe, or do you like post? Hey, we're in a date.
Can you start this? And also, when you start, so because you feel like that, did you like lay low on Valentine's Day?
No. All right, so take my lollipop. Lollipop.
It's hot. Still have
hot flavor lollipop. We gonna talk
hold on. No, forget this question. We're gonna get to it, but what the hell is going on?
All right, so one of my coworkers bought a whole bunch of candy for their kids, and whatever their kids don't eat, she brings them in, and I eat them.
How long did you come up with this story?
Is that?
That's it.
That's it.
So no one's sick.
No one's sick.
Why are you eating it right now? How about that?
So basically
the story is
the story
We
is
just pulled it out the wrapper.
Well, I felt like I was gonna eat it on the way over here, but I felt like since it was post Valentine's Day, I could, put aside my love for lollipops.
But you didn't put it away aside of the love. Even now.
No, I was gonna eat it in the car. I put that urge to eat it in the car aside to share it with the viewers post Valentine's Day to give them a gift.
Okay, cool. So we're past it. All right. So here's the question. Does Valentine's Day justify posting your personal business online? My answer is sure. Why not? I mean, it depends on the personal business. I think if
really good.
But if you're gonna be on Instagram, you're gonna be on social media. If your goal is positivity, then sure. I mean, we can't have too much of that. But don't go on Instagram to say what your dude should have got you, or go be on your story, or go live and be like, I did all this for my girl and I ain't getting no ass. Like, that's not what it's for. I'd say, like, if someone does something sweet for you, obviously yes, you can post that. If you're doing nice things together, obviously if that's your relationship, I say why not post it. The only issue would be if you're trying to make someone look bad. Then it's not a day for. I don't think there is a day for that, but it's definitely not Valentine's Day. Grow up. You know?
How about that? I think if you do something like that, it defines your own character. If you go bashing somebody else because of something you did for them and they didn't return the favor or reciprocate the same energy, then that defines you as a person and how you portray yourself. So,
as a man on this holiday, if we go above and beyond, they better post that shit. If you do some dope ass shit for your girl, right, and she she posts everything else and she don't post this, you know what I'm saying? She gotta post some dope ass shit.
So that would be based off your own discretion.
You don't think so?
See, that's my thing, is because of the simple fact, like, so for instance, like how you said, like, if they post all this stuff before, and then all of a sudden you do some extravagant shit, and then they don't post it, I would be upset. I would be highly upset. But if they don't necessarily post anything but so much anyway, and then they don't post it, I still wouldn't be upset.
If you blindfold your girl, drive her to the middle of somewhere, wherever the fuck, right, and then have, like, candlelit dinner on, like, I don't know, if you warm, let's say if it's a warm area on the beach or something like that, and she don't know, and like she get out the car and like you had like an outfit, you like throw this on real quick, bam, we had this dinner on the beach. She got a story that, yo. She got a story that.
One second. But what do you lose
if she don't?
In worrying about what other people even think about your moment?
See, that's
how much are you living in the present moment that you have to not only post it, but let's be honest, recheck for the likes and the views and is it being shared and who feels. When is it the point of I don't really give a fuck? This holiday is really bullshit anyway. True. And this moment, which is a finite piece of time that we will probably never regain, should be truly lived in the moment.
That is true. That's why I say that'd be based on a person's own discretion on how.
Most motherfuckers don't even care about you, really. Even they gonna see it and don't even like it.
You know what? I hate when people do that shit to you.
It's like, man,
hey, if you motherfuckers out there see me in the street talking about, I see you doing your thing, and then you don't even like or share nothing like that, bitch, we gonna have another motherfucking problem. I'm just letting y'all know now. So,
bitch, like
don't even say you like my shit or you saw my shit until you like it and then tell me you saw it. So I'm just saying.
Perfect segue. By the way, subscribe to the page. Not Safe for Ears on YouTube. Subscribe. It takes you no motherfucking time. You go in there looking at porn or some thought shit anyway. Or some love shit. Subscribe to the page. I feel like we all are something similar energy as far as the holiday. You do want to feel appreciated, right?
Yeah, you got to do that. You got to do it all the time, though. Yeah.
All right.
And we all agree on that.
Next topic, I mean, it kind of, I guess, it segued to one of the topics I put in there, but
Let's see if we get to it. Let's see if the energy goes to that topic.
All right. Okay. Personal business on social media.
My God.
What the hell?
That's the same thing.
Same
Must be
thing.
from last week.
You
really
wrote it
really
again. You really want to talk about it.
He's used Valentine's Day.
Don't say that out loud,
He's
man.
used Valentine's Day.
That explains everything. Go keep the viewers. Sorry, viewers.
Alright,
You
so.
should stop doing coke.
Off the ass or off the rail? Continue.
It's still coke. I kind of feel
It's
like
still cocaine.
feel like
If you do it off the
Cocaine,
ass, that's
cocaine,
different.
All right, let's get to a fun topic.
Alright, Black Panther. Do we need heroes like that?
No.
That look like us, race, sex, etc.
Who wants to open that up?
Black Panther. Do we need heroes?
Whose
that look
question
like
is
us?
it? by the way?
That's a layup. Who wants to go first?
I think that to a certain degree we need we actually need more role models that relate to us to a certain degree, or people that can really. All right, so for instance, not just in the black community, but I'm talking about in the community in general. When we had Martin Luther King, or when we had Rosa Parks, all these people that stood for something, or whatever the case is. It's the simple fact that we don't have anybody as a true leader to actually bring all the people together to lead us to where we need to be to bring this country great again. So, do they need to look like us? No, not necessarily. However, they need to have those leadership skills that are going to be able to provide us with the information and direct us in the way we need to go as a community and as a society. Because right now we're falling to shit. So, I think we do need those. Yeah, I think we do need those people, whether they're white, black. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what race, nationality. I don't care who you are. But if you're willing to step up to the plate and willing to take that to the forefront, I'm gonna respect you regardless.
You come from a macro sense.
But was that the question?
But let me.
I don't know if it was specific to a race.
I wrote the question, so let me enlighten you. All right. Black Panther first day in the UK. They broke records. 4 million people bought that, and so it says something to say like black directed, all black cast for I guess the most part or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And it's portraying black people in a light where you know what I mean, we kings, not just like drug dealers or fucking ball players, but like they really had their own society that is kingship. So does 4 million views first day breaking records? Does that prove that absolutely we need that shit? We need to see ourselves in that light.
So put it in that direct sense, yes.
So wait, I've been faced with 3 different questions. So is the question, does the overwhelming success of it prove that we need it, or do we need a hero like Black Panther in in general?
Answer the whole thing. Give us the whole perspective, because I really need to know this. I feel like I'm curious.
I
feel like it was something that we needed.
What I got from
I feel like we needed something. We need my bad.
So what I got from the question was,
okay.
Is Black Panther, is a hero like Black Panther necessary for somebody that we can relate to race wise, and I would say absolutely. I'd say that when you're growing up, you have kids that we looked up to. I mean, we heroes that we looked up to. There's Superman, Batman. We already hit on that on the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also this dynamic that every black superhero that I knew growing up, the Static Shock, the Luke Cages, they always came from poverty. I didn't personally come from poverty. I wasn't a newspaper guy that got electrocuted or whatever Static Shock story was. So as much as it was cool to see a dude with dreads flying around, I never had dreads either, but a dude like that flying around, it didn't resonate with me. If anything, I identified closer to like freaking Green Lantern and stuff like that in terms of my lifestyle. But when you see something like Black Panther, where it's something you see. Not only, this is a dude who came from wealth, similar to like a Batman story.
Mm-hmm.
It was afforded this technology because he came from that wealth,
right?
And then decides to use that technology to not only do good, but to help his people that looked like him, and protect what he deemed was his. That's a powerful thing, because that encourages kids that are born with a little more advantageous, more resources to help people in their own communities. That's literally what Black Panther is. And I think that's why it's very important. So the kids see that you have great, if you have money, great power, great responsibility. It's also your duty to take care of those around you. And I think that's what we needed in our community more than anything.
Yeah, I 100% agree pretty much what you guys are saying. I guess it won't be 100%, maybe about 98. I got a slightly different take.
Okay.
I think this movie, which is probably the greatest example of like black prosperity in cinema, right? Or too much like Black History Month, where it's like you get them every now and then, and it's like this big explosion of, oh man, you see us be great, and then I think maybe we need more of a reoccurring representation in like shows like doctor shows or fucking lawyer shows or school, more of a presence in a positive manner, and accumulate that way versus super. I mean, this is great. I'm not talking now. I haven't even seen the movie, nor am I even really aware of the. No, I haven't seen it, and I'm not really aware of the comic. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to wear my No, I'm going to see it.
That's the point.
I think this is great.
If with the people coming out in the numbers that they came out in to see this, it's going to prove the concept that it needs to happen more often.
Well, more than this is an untapped market. And it's money to be made. It's not so much that they.
It's not that I disagree. So this is what I'll say to that. Is it, like you said, should it always be like a fucking solar eclipse every time black people are like, oh my god, he's not a crackhead? It shouldn't be so exciting to us that that we're not shown as pookies. But at the same time, I would say the greatest offense for mainstream movies is that the black population is still we're not even 25%. If I'm thinking of the stats right, like the census was like 13, something like that. Mm-hmm. So you can't expect to be every movie, So we can't expect to be every movie. But when they come out, if we show support and they're dope, that's good.
Why didn't we go see what was that movie where the one dude, the slave movie, not 12 Years a Slave, but not 12 Years a Slave.
The Revolt. He's a real famous.
Django?
No, Django. People went to see.
This is actually a real story. I'm feeling really embarrassed right now.
It was like 2 years ago. This came
really
out.
sucks because I'm a dude who really watched the movie.
What is the name of that movie?
I can't think of the name.
He was a slave.
He
was a slave who was a preacher. God, that slave who was a preacher who had a revolt.
And people didn't go see that shit the same way that they're going to see
that.
It was that scandal that came out, that kind of Me Too related scandal with some kind of rape allegation or sexual harassment allegation, which could. And I
remember not feeling obligated to go see that
movie. I know
you're
talking about.
Well, we're also getting tired of it. We're kind of getting tired of the same narrative of like. We all kind of know what happened, right? Mm-hmm. A couple hundred years ago, we came here, and we've been fighting it to get equal ground ever since. So some of it, what I heard or read, was like, well, we love to see that, but we've seen it before.
I did.
And Black Panther's almost like, well,
what was that called?
What was rich.
I forget.
Kings. I know
super. And I mean, that is the history. That is the history of us to begin with, is because that's where it all originated. Is the fact that I mean, even what's the name
Yeah, fire quote.
The thing about it is originating from Africa and Egypt, where there were kings, queens, and not knowing that history which needs to be taught is a whole nother kind of problem. Is because we all, like you said, we know about the slaves and how they brought us over here.
We're thankful too. 100%.
You know what I mean? But we do need that history from, like I said, these kings and queens, these great people, and that would in turn, better us as people to begin with as well. I mean, if you think so.
Nat Turner.
That's what it was.
What's it called?
Birth of a Nation.
Birth of a Nation. Why didn't we go see Birth of a Nation?
Why didn't you go see Birth of a Nation? I saw it.
No, I'm talking about.
I saw it too. I didn't see the theater.
I'm talking about the numbers. I'm talking about the numbers.
Well, I'll put it this way: like there are heroes out there, like Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson's a hero to me. You familiar with Jack? You have to be. You're in fighting. You know who Jack Johnson is?
No.
First black heavyweight champion ever.
I thought it was Joe Louis.
No, Jack.
He wasn't first, but he was great.
Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson was. They don't regard him as like a black hero.
Yeah.
Because Jack Johnson was black, definitely. But he was the only day he stated exclusively white women. Mm-hmm. In like the early 1900s,
gave a fuck.
He was walking around with them. Was walking around with white women. Was driving in Rolls Royces. Was doing all these things.
Hold on, quick thing.
Early 1900s.
Stay right there. So it was a story on Joe Rogan podcast where he got pulled over by a cop for speeding, and he got charged. He said, "Hey, look, Jack, we knew who you are. You're getting charged." He said, "Listen, here's $20 for the ticket, and on the way back, I'm gonna be speeding too. So here's another $20." This is from a black man with a white woman in the car.
Back in
19 dog.
Jim Crow.
That's how hard he went. He
Jim-
had jump.
Jim Crow.
Oh, I'm speeding now. Well, look, I'm speeding the motherfucking way back from the bar.
Yeah.
Then number 20. Get your bitch ass up.
Yeah, and so
Bang, Jack Jones.
So I was saying, so like I said, it's good. It's good that we had.
That's hero shit right there.
But
That's
I-
hero shit right there.
But I was saying, so
Definitely.
they definitely need. We can hit on the next time. But they definitely it's a good thing to have movies like Black Panther. I would love to see the Jack Johnson movie. Some women wouldn't like it because he said he didn't want to date black women. But that's a whole different story. But so some of you guys may not like that. But if that movie needs to happen. But I feel like in 2018 is also on the onus of the individual to learn that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch a movie to see that. I read a book. Boom! I read a book about Jack Jones.
You read a book?
Huh? Yeah. Oh,
you did more than that.
Oh, that's unheard of.
Are we comparing libraries?
Oh my god.
Are we comparing? Wait, no.
Yo, my whole library is sitting right there, yo.
Chill out.
How to masturbate with your non-dominant hand.
God damn. I forgot I wrote that. But no.
One last topic we can all touch in, and it's on the same thing. A friend of mine, Tierra, sent me a dude, Dr. Boyce Watkins.
I fucks with Boyce Watkins.
He was talking about,
fuck.
now what are these motherfuckers going to do with all this money? Are they going to reinvest? Not give charity. That's what I'm in the video. Not a charitable.
What are you talking about?
What are these
all this money they come in Marvel. What is Marvel going to do? Not only to reinvest in their own company and their shareholders to make more movies, to make more money.
Yeah.
But is there a cool way where they can, because they got to follow their own incentives. They want to make money, but also reinvest in this community to put a positive line. Is there any way they should reinvest in something?
They're not going to feel obligated to it. That's for sure.
Oh no,
Stop.
but if you're gonna say that, you have to know the history. Stan Lee has historically been a major advocate in the black movement. He came Black Panther, and I forget what the other movie was. Maybe it was Luke Cage. But no, I'm not sure. Maybe that could have been his too. But I know Black Panther and someone else came around, like he talked about a rich black superhero.
Yeah,
that wasn't super cool when it first came out.
That's more the creative angle, as far as like a CFO decision of finance.
I still don't understand the question. I'm trying to understand this question. Are we talking about the people, the actors in this movie that are going to make a ton of money from it?
No, that's not the actors.
Are you talking about
because they're not making a lion's share of money anyway.
He talking about Marvel Studios.
They're not going to be
the benefits they came from.
They should top down, right?
Think about it.
Lion's
Do you really
share.
expect that from them?
No, we can't. I'm just asking the question. I didn't even.
Should we expect that from them?
I wouldn't necessarily say we should expect that from them, but I think that if they do it, it's going to make a big impact.
Is it a positive thing, or should they just be like, yo, look,
we can't expect that to happen. That's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. They're in the business to make money. They're glad that 4 million people went to see this shit in the first day because they want to make money. And because they made money, because we went out and we voted with our fucking ticket sales, they're going to make another movie like this. But all they want to do is make money. And the second that shit makes fucking 400,000 in the first weekend,
it's a wrap.
they are not making that movie again. So come on now.
We're gonna get back to this because I got a couple things. A couple things I want to.
We gotta get to the next topic.
Let's get to the next topic.
20 minutes on that.
We have a chance to come back.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah, I like that topic.
I'm
glad
I did
my
that,
bro.
You said, you stepping on the whoopies?
All right. What was your worst gym memory?
Oh, I got one, but I'm gonna let somebody else talk for a second.
Let's see, which naked old dude in the locker room?
Oh my God, those are the worst.
Yo, I know one. I got one.
Naked old men.
Alright. When I first started working out at LA Fitness in Towson, I was like, I don't know if y'all seen, recently I posted like my transformation photo, so I was like real small back then, but at the same time, I felt like I was good enough. I was respectable. I felt like I was respectable, right? But I'm like, yo, I'm gonna make some friends in here. Like how we all met in the gym. We all just walked up on each other, just started talking, rambling shit, and next thing you know, we good friends, right?
Sure.
So I'm like, first day, first week, first time I meet somebody, I'm like, they cool, I'm gonna work out with them, right?
Yeah.
So I walked up on this guy, I ain't gonna say his name, we all know him. I'm like, yo, we should get a workout in one day.
He said,
He was like, he looked at me, and he was like, you'll be in here another time or something like that. And
I think I know who that was.
my heart hurt, yo. I was like,
that's a Jim Curve.
nigga,
Look at Jim Curve.
I walked out.
Jim Curve.
Yo, I walked out, right? Kristen was outside the locker room. I looked at it, I was like, yo,
My Jim Curve.
I just got curved for real. I gotta get fucking big, and I'm gonna make this motherfucker wanna work out with me one day, yo. And I never forgot that shit. Shit like that, it sticks in your mind forever, yo.
Yeah, it cuts deep.
Forever, yo.
It cuts deep.
That was actually kind of funny.
I'm sure he wasn't laughing at the time.
No, he wasn't
laughing at the time.
Yo, my feelings was hurt, yo.
I don't blame you.
My story was
So what's his handle? I'm playing on that.
I know exactly what I felt. I was doing incline bench
It wasn't
press.
me. It wasn't me.
It wasn't him.
You wouldn't have carried me, would you?
No, you wouldn't have done me like that.
You wouldn't have carried me.
I was on the incline bench press. I had too much weight, and we've seen it all the time. Motherfucker get up there, and you can almost see him like, bro, that's too many plates. What you doing?
Yeah,
right.
I had like 185 at the time on it, and this is like fresh out of high school. It's like 30 years ago, before you even see it. Ooh, motherfucker! Ooh. And I was on that joint, and I got it up, and then it went one of these, and you know the incline is kind of funny in the angle you push it up anyway. And I went down and was like this, and a dude about your size, a little more cut, not it's cool, but dude about your size, and went like this, bro. One hand.
He one-handed you?
One-handed my ass. I ain't come back to goals in like 2 years. That was the Owens Mills of a Dolefield. Somebody about like Danny, yo, and he was real nice about it, like Danny would be, real nice. Say, you know, next time, buddy, and
I got a question.
didn't even badge out, just left.
If that same guy came up later in the workout, cupped your girlfriend's butt cheeks while she was
Nah, it's in there.
I would help him. Fuck, I
Like,
couldn't
bro,
put the
you
weight
gotta
up.
move the
You
finger
gotta
over.
get underneath my G. What are you doing? Spread the cheeks and then go underneath.
Where's gym memory?
Where's gym memory? I remember one time I was at Fitness Evolution, which was down by the plaza, and I had, and this is when roughly around the time I first started working out. So I tried to, go, and weights only went up to 65. So I'm like, I went and grabbed 65.
got the shit.
So I was on a regular bench press, right? On the bench, I had the dumbbells. So I go up, and I did like 3 or 4, and I tried to go up another time, and that one arm kind of like gave out, and it fell on my face. I busted my
What? Damn, I always thought about that happening to somebody.
It makes so much sense because it's like that.
You said that's
This teenage
That is so fucked up. That's happening.
That's called an alley-oop?
You fucker. No.
It's a different hand.
No. Yeah, that's right. He did give you the beat off hand too. I'm just like,
He gave you the beat off hand.
I use my feet. It's a Sunday.
Alright, Danny, what's yours?
Mine's. You guys are all your memories are so like emotional. My God, except for yours, yours is similar to mine. Sophomore year in college, we were doing what was it, reverse cable rows, right? Where you grab it, you take a step back, and you start doing this. Well, I loaded it up all the way, and when I went back, the cable snapped.
Wow.
Yeah. So I partially tore my Achilles, fractured the top of my foot, and I had to have surgery.
Damn. How much sympathy did you get?
Sympathy, yeah.
How much sympathy?
I would say
It's not safe for you. We know. Just say what's on the I like the word yeah.
How much pussy you get?
There was no sympathy. I would say that there was no sympathy puss until I got the cast.
okay.
I can see it.
Because originally when I was just limping around, it wasn't a good look. And then I was in West Virginia and there's hella hills. I was sweating my ass off too. But when I got the cast on, it was hella like I can't do it. It was my right foot too.
Did you feel like 50 Cent in Power when he was all burnt up and that girl came in and just started riding him off?
I would say
That was a wild part too.
I would say like
what are you doing?
Our producer's on set, and Denzel doesn't like it, by the way.
Just making sure.
Oh, no, that's
better
it.
because you didn't.
Alright.
Yeah.
But you said 50 Cent. I was
Remember that? Did you see that episode?
I'll say the only issue with that was I had a girl come over one time, right? This is before I found the Lord. And so I had a girl. She came over.
Jesus though.
She came over.
She came over after you found the Lord too. But continue.
I started looking for the Lord because of her.
Three ways.
And then, so I had the cast on, right? And I knew that when I was taking Percocet and hydrocodone, I was taking both. Right?
Damn. That's feeling good.
Call that little pump.
I was feeling good, but I knew that when I took them, I was hallucinating, so I wasn't trying to take them when she was coming over and be like, "Oh my God, it's Mickey Mouse." I didn't want that moment, right? So I didn't take them, and so she's doing what she does and she did what she did, and at that moment, I forgot I didn't have any painkillers, so and all of a sudden I was like, That shit started. Boom, boom, boom. Yo. Yeah, I thought
you gotta finish. You gotta finish strong, though, right?
Huh?
You gotta finish.
He
strong,
probably finished, but
I finished with tears in my eyes.
As long as you got to the finish line.
I had a reputation to keep.
Let's stop it.
I tried to put the wrong leg up.
I like that topic. Whose topic? Whose topic was that?
What, the worst
It was the world's topic.
Was it?
It was the universe's topic.
He just wanted to tell us about the time he got busted on.
Both of you. I'm laughing.
I'll be the laugh.
What?
Yeah, the dunk contest was last night. Did y'all see that shit?
I watched that fucking shit.
Man, that shit
was tough, yo.
Nah.
I didn't watch it, but I'll probably.
Could you do that on an 8-foot rim?
That's about
You probably could.
I'm serious, nigga.
I'm getting a basketball court. I'm gonna put that bitch in here.
That'd be dope.
In
See
here?
if you can do that shit in here.
What kind of
In
topic
here?
you got
Yeah,
over there,
yeah.
Mama?
It's not an 8-foot. It's not an 8-foot.
No, it's not.
The hidden neighbors would be.
Yeah, they would be pissed off.
The neighbors would be pissed.
So, question.
Yeah.
How long do you date before you post on IG?
Before you post a girl?
Yeah. Whoever put that question,
Alright,
that's
I got
Are these questions come from anybody in particular? So
Yeah.
All mine, I always write the people down on the bottom.
Okay.
That one came from Danny_Lifts. Yo, shout out, yo, we really appreciate it.
He's asking because he's got a situation right now. Is what's going on. So look, don't jump in his DM.
Wow.
At this point, clearly he's got a girl he wants to post on Instagram.
But he's not sure.
Do not fuck that up for him. Okay, just letting y'all know.
What?
Hey, but look,
Repeat it one more time. Question.
One more time.
Question.
Alright, so question one more time. How long do you date before you post on IG?
Alright, I got the answer to this.
Listen, guys.
Listen. If she's a 6 or a 7, I'm hoping 5s and 4s and 3s and 2s are out of this conversation altogether, right?
You didn't say ones.
If she's a 1, you may have to.
She might not be allowed.
I saw 6s and 7s.
Yeah, she's a 1.
You hold off as long as you can. Am I wrong about that? You hold off as long as you can on a 6 or a 7 before you post them up on your IG.
Why?
But if she's a 9 or a 10 though,
okay.
you might want to stun a bit. You know what I mean? It's like that new roller you just got. You know what I'm saying? You
The 9 and 10. The 9 and 10.
The 9 and 10, but the 6 or the 7. Maybe you, and when you post her, you don't make it look like this ain't your fucking.
What constitutes
you
a 6
don't make
or
it look like
7?
this is your first rodeo.
What's a 6 or 7?
We have a concept. We have a flawless rating system that we may be getting into later today.
You guys want to touch on it or just?
We do want to touch on it, but we will be touching on it later in the in the
6
podcast
o'clock.
in the 6 o'clock podcast.
Sister Sundays,
Yes,
6 o'clock podcast.
Let's do it. Let's talk about it.
By the way, Sister Sundays podcast, 6 o'clock. We'll either live stream it. That's good.
Fuck.
So that was some man one shit. Or we'll post it later, but that'll be 6 o'clock. Who else want to touch on this particular topic? When do you post?
How do you guys feel about what I said? I'm curious.
I agree with you.
I don't agree. I don't agree.
I don't agree either.
So I think there has to be a uniform, whether she's a 6 or a 10. Wow, that was really.
No, well, I already said I agree. I said
No. So whether she's a 6 or a 10. I mean, 5s need love too, but I don't feel like I'm not better than y'all. And so she's a 6 or a 10, right?
Yeah.
I think that regardless, it's a 3-month period. You know what I mean?
90 days. Probationary.
90 days before she gets on the IG. Why? Because that weeds out the crazy.
All right. Are you single?
Does it?
Hold on. Are you
Because if they
no,
know 90 days
Are
is
you
the limit, they just hold that motherfucking crazy.
So you're single and you have a 9 or a 10 in the holster. Okay.
A 9 or a 10, my guy.
But you're still single. Okay. You throw this 9 and a 10 out on the ground.
It might get you more.
Nigga, that's fishing with the big fish. Now you get a bigger fish.
Yeah, here's the deal. I don't manipulate women to get out of women.
Oh shit.
Marvin is not wanting to fuck that shit, yo. Marvin,
What?
What's up?
So, me personally, I think it's based on your own discretion.
Photos.
What?
It's based on what?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
You said you were hating?
Huh?
You said you were hating?
Okay, that's fine.
No, it's fine because you don't put up lifting videos.
You're right, I don't. Check my story though. Sometimes.
Something.
I think it's just based on the way, because this is the thing. Whether you post at 9 to 10, right? It also depends. Really? It also depends, because if she curves the shit out you on the low, and then you can't post again.
You a clown.
She's in the holster, yo. yo. She's in the holster, yo. You need.
But I'm saying though, you can keep her in the holster, but at the same token, you got to be very careful because if you try to play that card too soon, then you might end up on the back end like delete
or somebody else get it.
In my defense, okay.
Go ahead.
You throw her on the hook and you post her on the gram. You're not doing this for her.
That's true.
You reeling in the big fish, okay?
Yeah, that's the positive.
That's what you. Because you listen with. When you play to win, when you shoot the tray ball from deep, you know what I mean. It's not the same as when you make a layup, but it's a tray ball, bro. So you throw the tray ball, you know you're gonna miss 50% of the time, but at the same time, it's probably worth it, and it's working, and it's working for the fucking. Come on, help me out.
I don't know.
Nigga, Steph Curry. It's working for Steph Curry, yo. It's working for Steph Curry. It's working for James Harden. You know what I mean? If you feel like you in that league, shoot the trade.
Yeah, but I think that, like I said,
I
was a biblical from day one. Though.
So here's the issue. Here's the thing.
Okay.
When I'm saying how long have you been knowing this person exists in this world, is it how long have you guys been? We're talking exclusivity. Like you've been like this is your girl. You know how long until you post her on the gram? I say 3 months.
Okay, so we're talking motives then. What's your motive? If your motive is how long do you wait to post on the gram because you love her and you want to make her your girl, then
I don't think you have to love a girl to make her your girl. But
because you want to love her and you want to make her your girl.
I don't have a time frame. It's
a
feeling for me.
That's why I said it's based on the person.
On average, I probably lean to more like a 3 month, couple month thing. You a couple dates out.
Because
but I don't have it. It's more like you know
what is your motive? What's your motive?
Huh?
What's your motive? Are you single? You want to stay single, but you really like this girl, and you just like, look, I'm getting myself together.
It might be
I'm working on me.
How much is she bugging me?
I think that I feel like you're missing what I'm saying though.
No, I'm not.
I'm saying you're in the relationship, so you're not single.
So you're not single.
I literally said that. I said exclusivity.
Can you reread the question for me, please?
What's the question?
How long do you date before you post on IG?
You didn't say that you're not single.
If you're dating, we're assuming that you're not in a relationship.
Anyone you take on a date is someone that you are dating.
Okay.
No, but not an exclusive.
Okay.
So now
but I did say
so
exclusivity.
she's exclusive.
Like, yeah, for your example.
I feel like you guys can quote that. I literally said exclusive. So you're dating. You're dating.
Later.
I need some comments. What the fuck do you think? Do you think that Danny said that this is... Can you really read that?
No, I can read it. The question says dating. Let's go just by the question.
All right,
so by the question, you're dating, you're playing the field.
All right.
You're not playing the field. You're exclusive.
All right, listen. Dating... Because you know, obviously, you can't take my question in the context that I put it. You got to put it in Denzel's context. So, in your context, if you guys are dating, you're not in a relationship, I still say 3 months.
Not bad.
Because what you're saying is you're talking about like manipulating the system, and I get that from a dude's perspective. I'm also not trying to be that reason and that like. You know, I'm not trying to like misuse that. It's not a Machiavelli technique.
I got you. Okay, so this is what I will say back to that. Listen, guys. I'm not gonna address what you said.
Yeah.
Because you guys are all fucking wrong. You all wrong. You're all wrong. The only thing wrong with what you said is I'm about to debunk it in one question. How long does it take for you to know how long can someone uphold like they're like when they first meet you, they pretending to be this thing.
Yo.
How long does it take?
I can tell you right now, my own personal experience. Me, anecdotal, but me. A year.
Thank you.
I love my girl. I love my wife. I'm gonna tell you what though.
That was my answer. It takes a year. So based on what you guys...
No. I didn't say take a year. I'll give you my own anecdotal experience.
Based on what you guys are saying. Based on what you guys are saying.
That is categorically different than what you said.
No, that's
that wasn't the question.
I just switched.
You asked me how long does it take for someone to hide those traits. I wasn't answering the question. I was answering.
My God.
I was running the triangle offense. Now I'm running an ISO motion, okay? Listen to me.
I don't watch football.
I'm not
watching sports.
I'm not talking about what I was talking about before. I'm talking about something completely different now. I'm on you guys' side with the fact that you are trying to date this girl and you really like this girl, okay?
Listen.
But you guys are saying 3 months, and you said 3 months. You agree
No.
You cannot know someone's intentions, and you cannot know how this person really is in 3 months. It takes a whole fucking year. So based on what y'all are saying, you need a whole year before you post this girl up on Instagram because you don't know this girl. You don't know her.
Listen.
Girl nuts.
So emotionally,
you girl nuts.
We're bringing it down. So, what Denzel did for the viewers listening, He took the question, changed the question, answered his own question, then said we were wrong to his question because we were answering that question. What that's called is a fallacy. Write it down, kids. A fallacy. A logical what you answered wasn't even the question. Then you get upset with us because we didn't answer your question that you never asked us to answer.
I'm not upset.
Let me answer my point of the extra question in less than 10 seconds. So, I kind of fall in between. It depends on the person. I might do
He didn't answer the question.
I did answer the question.
Oh, well, let me answer the question.
You said post immediately the bag or baddie. You're going to wait.
Yes, that's what I said to begin with. But then I changed.
And
I said, I love this. I changed. I said, I love this girl. I want to make this girl my girl. But I don't want to post her premeditatively and before I actually really know who she is. You said, it takes 3 months. You said, I agree with that. You said, 3 months is exactly what I do.
No,
I said, there's no fucking way you know this girl in 3 months, yo.
I said it depends on the individual because you don't want to post too early just based on the simple fact that if you don't know whether you're going to beat that person or not. So I said it's based on the individual.
I don't have a certain number.
So a year. Do you think a year is good or you think it's closer to 3 months?
I think it depends on you.
So long
story
short, what we got from this is that Denzel had 2 answers. Immediately and 1 year, and we're wrong for saying 3 months. Next question.
No, you're not wrong for saying 3 months.
You literally said, quote, all 3 of y'all are wrong.
You're absolutely wrong for saying 3 months. You
so
cannot
you just
know
said
in 3
we're wrong
months.
again.
Yo, but didn't you just say 10 minutes ago you
I can't be the host and not let it wrap up.
No, don't wrap it up. Come back. Say some real shit. Say some real shit. Say some real shit.
Huh?
He threw his guns up, throw yours up.
Listen up.
Look,
What color is this? What color is the wall?
It's called.
It's gray. It's gray.
No, you're wrong because the sky's blue. That's what you did. Next question. I rest my case.
Y'all got similar boots on.
Nigga, they playing
He's
this
a
shit,
Warfield. I know those are hard though. I love what's it called? What's it called?
Hey yo,
Y'all can't see them. They got some dope boots on.
Somebody let me know. Did I body that last question?
No.
I bodied that.
absolutely didn't.
Listen,
Next time. Somebody like, okay.
you didn't body anyone. You somersaulted. You fighting yourself.
That lollipop was delicious.
Want me to read it?
Yep, go ahead.
You guys.
Nah, this is mine. I wrote it fast. My handwriting's already bad. So if John Jones, I can answer the way I want it to, right? All right. So this is Valentine's Day, right? Alright, say you're out with your girl. You're out with your girl. If you don't know John Jones, so the question's for Mike Tyson for you.
Okay.
So John Jones / Mike Tyson, John Jones for you too, Mike Tyson for him. Kiss your girl in the neck on V-Day. Now let me paint this picture for you. You're out with your girl, you know. You're out with your girl on a beautiful dinner. You spend some good money on it, right? You got her some flowers. Now John Jones, Mike Tyson for you, comes in and kiss your girl in the neck. On some real sensual shit. At the table, you just ordered the wine you know you can't afford, and she kissed you on the neck. He kissed her on the neck. What would you do?
All right, so I'm gonna answer this question, being that I might have the most experience with this topic. John Jones. If I had Mike Tyson at the table with me,
no, it doesn't work.
he would fuck me and Mike Tyson up. So if John Jones kissed my girl on the neck. All right, so the man in me writes like, yo, I'm going to jump up and hit him and da-da-da-da. And I probably would, but I would know as I'm doing it, I'm going to get fucked up. Right. Like, as my hand, as I'm like, oh, my wife, I already know I'm going to get knocked out, woke back up, choked out, kicked. Somebody going to record it. So, in my heart of hearts, babe, I know you listening.
World star.
I would say it'd be one of them old school, like, just hit him and run. I run. Fuck y'all, yo. That's John Jones.
So he's not going to catch you?
He's gonna. No, he might not catch me because I'm small. Maybe I call him the table or something. Just high.
He got cocaine speed.
You got a cocaine speed. Remember how he ran from the scene? I don't know if y'all know about that.
Pretty fast dude though.
I would want to say I would hit him, and I think I would, but it'd be a bad night for me.
Yo, this is what you do. This is the right answer.
All right, tell me what to do.
You get real close up on him. You be like you about to fight him. You about to be like, yo. But when you get close up to him, you say, "It's 50,000 in the safe. I'll go get that shit. Just leave me alone. Let me live."
I ain't got 50,000 up. See, I couldn't pay for the wine, like you said. I couldn't even pay for the fucking wine. I'm already in that motherfucking transfer and shit. Like, all right,
you bought yourself some time, yo. You bought yourself some time, yo. That's all you can do.
So what would you do?
I don't think that you would get that close.
Yeah, it might be.
No, but once he hits 50,000 in the safe, you hoping.
No,
he spent 50,000. He probably spent 50,000 that night.
You're right. You can't.
So what would you do though? What would you do?
Real
talk, because that 50,000 shit gonna get you
I would do
embarrassed.
my best to get as far away from the scene as I could.
So
you just gonna get up and leave.
So your girl gets kissed on the neck, you're gonna just take off.
I'm trying to take her with me.
I'm trying. If John's fighting, you like, well, all right, then I'll be back by the hour.
Hold on, did you just let him kiss me in the neck and now you just want to leave?
What time you want me to come back?
I'm gonna grab her hand and be like, no, bitch ass nigga.
What would you do? Dan, you got a little size on you. And you Russell.
Yeah, see, Danny might be
able to hold him. And I don't know.
He might be able to
John Jones, world class wrestler. So,
world fucking class.
So John Jones, if you came in, kiss my girl on that. Honestly, you know what I would do? Huh? Nah, I'm gonna text my girl. I'm gonna say, you start the video. I'm gonna go up to John Jones. I'm gonna be like, dude, what the fuck? I'm gonna push him. I'm gonna get him knocked out, and we'll go into litigation.
Oh, I didn't think about that. That's smart. That is smart as shit. That's God. Get that motherfucking money.
That was the only answer.
I'm taking half of your
That by far is the smartest
answer. That's a real.
Because that is actually illegal for them to hit anybody in public.
You might as well hit him too. No, you hit him, that might fuck up.
Hell no.
You gotta hit the victim.
He's registered weapon. If he hits me, guess what? We're settling out of court.
So are you gonna try to fight back after he hit you? Or you at least?
I'm out here asleep. But
EMT just survived. That's
like, you know,
depending on where he strikes, I'm either dead, unconscious, or wish I was dead.
John Jones is the former light heavyweight champion, reigned for many years, never been defeated of the UFC, mixed martial arts.
Only reason he's former is because he failed a drug test for cocaine.
He's
not the guy you want to fight.
Not at all.
6'4", 240. Not the guy you want to fight.
Nasty.
So, before that great response right there, I never would have thought about, well, actually, I might have thought about that after the fact, but that was really greet. That was really great.
Take him to court.
That was so good, like, you made the question and you got the perfect answer, great.
I'm going to take you to court.
All right, Mom.
He was dance all the way there and shit, too.
No, I'm not.
Motherfucker like this shit.
What
you say, Mom?
Doctor's going to be like, nothing's wrong with you.
Car accident?
You want Millen to win. You from Millen.
He from Millen.
Yeah, he got fucked up.
Yeah, he got fucked up.
What you say, Mom?
Me?
Are you saying Mike Tyson or John Jones?
I would because because I'm not sure.
I'm
gonna send you a highlight reel.
Okay, do that. Mike Tyson.
That nigga scary. And he would actually do it.
That's really scary.
Good.
And he kissed my girl on the neck. Now, are we talking about like...
The girl's beautiful.
Are we talking about like my girlfriend? Are we talking about like my wife?
Your wife. I'm talking like the girl. A hard hickey.
A hard hickey, too.
I want to fuck your woman. I want to take her out sometime. I'm going to fuck you till you love me. Fuck you till you love me.
Yo, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at her and say, babe, I really fucking love you. I really do. Yo.
You said all to her. The pause, scratch your leg, like, yo.
Babe, I really, really fucking love you.
Okay.
You gonna make this shit up for the rest of your life.
Okay. Alright, then what else? What you gonna do next?
I'm gonna try my hardest to hit him as hard as I fucking possibly can, and then I'm gonna just fall out. That's what I did.
Mike might fuck around.
He gonna fuck you. Mike. All right, so
next topic.
That's tough, yo.
Yeah, that was a good topic. Good question.
Next
one.
That was a great response.
Yeah, answer. That was so fucking smart.
I mean,
remember that. Hey guys, download the ringtone. I'ma take you to court.
All right. Oh shit, we already kind of touched on this.
What's that?
Yeah, knock it out.
Knock it
That's
out.
fine.
Hey, let's take these
That
out of
was
the cup
fine.
too. If we already touched on them, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't write. If you have the same question, don't write
Yeah,
twice, 'cause
don't write the same question twice, you dumbasses.
And then I think we probably need to unfill the cup like every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. We already touched
Nah, I
on
like
it.
it.
That's right.
Oh, because it might not be like what.
What's current anymore?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
That's fair.
What do men really want on Valentine's Day?
Ooh, I have a vote. Somebody else, I'm gonna pull up my
He got his quote. He got his results. And
Just
shit.
give me some
He got his
next.
statistics.
I want the same thing on
All
Valentine's Day. I
I
want
need
like
is some.
on like Valentine's Day Eve.
What you say,
It
big
never
dog?
changes. The same thing.
What's that? What you want?
You know what I mean?
71% of my voters, and I get almost 100 votes. 71% say perfect birthday gift is some dick sucking or pussy licking. So say the flowers, the petals, all that other shit that you want to post online, and no one gonna like anyway. They not even gonna like the shit.
First
you
of all,
post
flowers
shit, they
gonna
gonna
die
like.
in like 3 days.
Listen, you gotta clean all that shit up after you done. You know you tired, you want to eat after you bust a nut. Suck some dick, eat some pussy. Do it at the same time, like this.
That's how you spent your day.
That's like 11.
Hold up, did you really like point?
Yeah, it's like 69. Is that 69?
So, yeah, that's
It's not a
supposed to be
69.
If you got 2 penises.
Oh,
It's like,
Oh! I'm saying that. All right, let me go stop right there.
I'm like,
I say,
I
I
thought
hold my
you were
bonus.
sucking dick and eating pussy at the same time. I thought that's what you.
Well, my dick's so big, sometimes it just gets in the way. I say, man, move,
But
man.
I still wouldn't suck my dick.
No,
Hey, you said you're mad at me, honey? Doesn't matter.
I'll take care of this.
oh my god.
That'd be a good time for another time, maybe.
I don't think that's ever a time.
No, that'll never be a
Would
time.
you? All right, listen. For me, and I agree with the voters.
Getting out of hand.
Fuck all the other shit. Some food, cool, but right to the sex. Right to the sex. That's what I want. I want
like
good
that.
sex.
Yeah.
What you say? What you say? Who won't go next?
I'll go. I would say is
I like sex.
for me.
What you really want?
It depends, cause like I would say like normally like the girls I've been like I guess spending time with recently.
Oh shit.
If it's bad conversation, just I would like silence and head on that day, just silence and head. But the girl that I would date, it'd be dope conversation. I would say let's talk. Obviously, sex has to be a part of that.
Talk on the mic. What you saying?
Yeah.
But that's speak on the mic.
Yo,
How was your day, man?
hold on.
How was your day?
Hold up. That would be fire. If I had like a deep, like, philosophical exploration while she was sucking my dick.
While she was doing it. And vice versa. As you're also pleasing her.
As soon as she gets off her knees, I'm going down on my knees.
If you guys didn't catch last episode, they had a whole debate about who was the best at eating the pussy in the ass, and I really tried to cut up a bit. No. I listened back to
Go back and listen
go back
to
to
that.
episode 4.
Was it a
It was
big-
crazy, yo. And the whole time I was on the outside looking in like these motherfuckers. This motherfucker Marvin was like, Marvin started it. He was like, I mean, they're like, blah, 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 blah. Yes, he really did that shit.
But I told him he was like, I said that.
After you did that, everybody, all of y'all was like, I'm gonna jump off the tightrope into the fucking ass and be like this shit.
Who said 6 fingers last week?
Just don't think that it's all about head, because these motherfuckers like to eat pussy.
So what would you do? What would you do?
I had a great Valentine's Day this year. I actually made this shirt. I made this shirt on Valentine's Day. Who thinks that they're gonna like paint and drink wine, but it was nice. I liked
I
it.
did see the story.
Okay, so the question was, what do men really want on Valentine's Day?
I didn't want that. I didn't want that at all. I didn't know that I wanted
T-shirts.
You want t-shirts?
He wants homemade t-shirts.
I had no idea that I wanted to make a t-shirt, but it was fun.
Hey,
It was
ladies,
fun.
listen.
I really wanted.
What did you really want that you did not get?
Exactly. What do you men really
Listen,
want on
Chris.
Valentine's Day?
Listen.
The one thing that would make that shit way better is if I had like a dope fucking steak too. I ain't had no steak, yo. Wine,
What kind of steak? What kind of
and
meat? What?
ribeye. It's gotta be a ribeye. If it's a nice ribeye, well marbled, with a little bit of fat still on the edge, that's what I needed. I needed that. I didn't have that. That fucked my night up.
Okay. Oh, she can't. Yo, why? In the background, you hear the door open and they're like, yeah. She got a knife, boy. And look, everybody get
She got a baseball bat on the other side of the door like this.
Who has the answer?
Bonds.
Wasn't a Valentine's Day like called like is it a different day or was Valentine's Day like steak and a blowjob day? Wasn't that?
That would be awesome.
That is like the day.
Where's the hashtag? We gotta bring that back.
That's March 14th. That's March 14th.
Yeah, okay, there's a day that's the dude's day because February 14th
Let me put my
is when we
March
exclusive.
14th reminder. What'd you say, Mark?
Yeah, man, give me what I really want on a Valentine's Day. Give me great head. I want some steaming hot sex. Some drinks inside the hot tub with a deep conversation. I'm good.
Hot tub.
Drinks?
How do you not think hot tub?
Hot tub.
Yo, because nothing beats a hot
Nothing
tub.
beats a hot tub.
After you have some good sex, great head.
It
you
depends
drink some
on
great
the
head.
depends on
and
the
then-
hot tub.
Yo, hold on. Then you have
It's Valentine's Day, so it's February 14th. It's cold outside in the hot tub.
in the hot tub. You know what I mean? And you're having a deep conversation.
Wait, do you already have this hot tub in this hypothetical situation, or did she have to buy a hot tub?
This motherfucker expensive.
Because this Valentine's Day price present is going, and you
get flowers.
and you know you got her some.
Hey, look, you
and you got her some
South
like,
Towson, they got a hot tub out there, bitch, don't they?
Oh,
you gave her some Godiva. You gonna fuck her in it?
No, I never said fuck anybody in it. I
Yeah,
said
baby.
after we fuck, we
Hey,
go
hey,
in.
That's
Hey,
exactly
kid.
what I said, right? That's what I said. I never said in the hot tub. I said
So we definitely, as guys, maybe not to be stereotypical, but we definitely want to be appreciated.
Ladies,
physical love.
Are we overly?
We want some conversation. We want to eat some good food,
and he'll return the favor.
Are we overly emasculated? Like, is this
No.
what's that shit the feminists call it? Like,
chauvinistic.
Like, is this bad that we want is sex and shit?
No.
We're fucking animals.
That wouldn't be
we're
emasculated. That's like the opposite of
Not
emasculated.
masculine. Are we overly like?
No, overly masculine?
Yeah, are we overly
The
masculine?
ladies do it too. See, the stigma behind it is that society said they can't feel that way or in public.
Yeah.
But if you look at my motherfucking votes, dog, there's a lot of women talking some wild shit. It's just they feel like they can't say it in public.
Right.
Right. So no.
Because that's a double standard. But ladies,
so we should do this
shout
right
out
now.
to y'all.
All the girls that said head, read off their handles.
Oh, you trying to get me fucked up. All the way. But I will shoot you a screenshot. Single man. All right, so next topic.
Hold on. My shit about that. Hold on.
I think I'm about to switch my shit to Facebook.
This motherfucker said. All the girls.
Boy, I look like Facebook about to fire you up, boy.
Fired up, booty.
This shit went all the way through today.
Oh shit, it did. So far.
I shouldn't have said that.
Alright, so next question. Y'all ready for the next question?
I've been letting it roll, but I got it on.
Yo, what's happening, folks? Alright, so damn, this shit all stuck together.
This one all about real slow, so it
Working
barely
on y'all fucking notes.
You can even go
Holding shells and shit. I feel like I'm at the Grammys and shit. The way I got open
And the winner is.
Yo, he like the kid in third grade and shit. He was
He been struggling to read these joints all day.
Y'all
But
motherfuckers
damn
with
if I
y'all
look.
elbows.
My
But
handwriting's
damn
pretty
if I
bad.
look.
My handwriting's pretty
Yeah, why you
bad.
struggling?
Alright, so you said why am I struggling? You see how y'all write?
No.
Listen,
Go ahead.
he only reads once a week.
Is alien probing really happening to people?
As an extra.
West 410.
Wes.
Okay,
My
so,
man Wes.
alright, cool.
Shout out
So
to
Hey,
you.
Wes.
Go watch the game over his house, yo.
I'll
He got a fucking projector.
I'll start this. Next question. Now I'm about ready. Alright, go ahead.
Hold on. Before you start,
So we talking about
if
actual,
anybody doesn't know what alien probing is, I did my due diligence.
like
Okay.
extraterrestrial alien.
Alien probing, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so
Probe, hold up.
Oh.
Let me
Better
read
enough
it
for
first.
Webster.
Alright.
sticking your alien finger in somebody's
What did
ass.
you type this up yourself?
No, that's from Urban
Copy and
Dictionary.
paste
That's
it.
from Urban Dictionary.
So probing
Probe.
definition.
What aliens do you want to have been abducted into their spacecraft? Many abductees claim that this has happened.
I was just helping you.
No, go ahead. Do your thing. Let me read it.
Me to read. Happened to them. Usually, the alien probe is inserted into the. I can't explain to you why they like to particular intrusion or that particular intrusion, and I'm not gonna read that.
All right.
Yeah, that was a big word.
I think so first of all,
It had nothing to do with the word at all.
I think I want
his quotes.
I want extraterrestrial life to be a thing. Is it probable?
You want to be probed.
I don't, but I think, all right, so do we as humans probe lesser life forms on this earth for scientific discovery? Fuck yes. I work at Johns Hopkins, by the way, and all the time you see these test mice and all type of fucking animals back and forth from carts, and you almost feel like, damn, that's fucked up, because you know where they're going. They're not going to fucking mouse land. Or these motherfuckers about to get chopped up, diced up, measured, evaluated, stuff like that. So is it possible that a life form that's smarter than us, has been around longer than us, that wants to use us as like some kind of test dummy? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Are they out there to do it? That I don't know. If you know, what's his name again? West?
West.
If you know, send me some video, because I'm that motherfucker. I don't like Earthlings. I want to go to Mars. I want to go to Mars.
Hold on. So do you think aliens are real?
Well, let's answer the question first, then maybe we can touch on that. So,
if you think they're real, then you probably
I think it's a chance.
If you think they're real, then you think they're probing us.
No.
I think there's a chance that they're real. But
You
if
just
they
said we probe lesser creatures. If they're real, then they must be.
Oh yeah, I think
They must be better than us, and they
Not
must
necessarily. We could be better than them.
That's just like
we could be probing them.
well, that's a
Yeah.
possibility.
I don't think
well.
extraterrestrial beings is mutually inclusive with putting things up asses.
right. Just
Well, and probing, that was Urban Dictionary. It doesn't have to go through the ass. You can probe different ways.
Like, what if that was an alien, right? An alien comes down and you turn around, oh my god. And he's like, whoa, yo, no, we don't do that, dog. It's a handshake.
I mean, I got 100 fingers, but it's just a regular handshake.
Like the Dave Chappelle thing. Close your butt cheeks, sir.
How are we the greater beings than something probing that has the ability to come from interstellar to
That's the assumption.
But do you know everything that we're capable of?
Well, do you think that we're capable of going to like another galaxy right now?
I don't know without a doubt that we're not.
Okay, so if they are, without a shadow of a doubt, more capable of going to another galaxy, then they must then be.
No, but what if their people don't know?
Well, the question is also so are they here to like? We're only the fucking ant farm, or only the you know, for tests, or are they here to maybe learn through other ways? So are they probing us intellectually? Are they coming in not so much a physical tool, but
this is
like sitting little spies and they're sitting there watching? Are they probing us that way?
I'll put it this way: I do believe that aliens, or we call them aliens, they whatever. I do believe that they exist, right? Because I don't think it's too fathomable that we're the only things out there. Sure. But this idea that every other alien has to be this monstrous, world beater. What if we go there?
Yo, whose phone is that? Whose phone is that?
Oh my God!
Oh shit! He'll put his hands up like, "Hey guys, who's doing this? Whose phone is that? Whose phone is this? Fucking your phone."
I'm sorry guys.
Yeah.
The law said take steroids.
Yeah. Long story short, to answer the question, do I think alien probing is a thing? Yeah, but I don't know if we're not probing them.
So this is the thing. Everybody that gets abducted by aliens, people get abducted by aliens. They all have similar stories. They say that they go up to the spacecraft, they do some stuff to them that they don't want to be done. They can't move, they can't talk, and they come back, and sometimes they got like marks on them or shit like that. So they think they've been probed.
Sounds like tagging. Sounds like
that's pretty much what it is. But data analysis has been taken in, but it doesn't mean it has to go.
But if you have that same situation, it almost sounds synonymous to if you go to I guess the 50s time, CIA, when they were black masking people, were running tests on those people as well.
Syphilis and all type of wild.
And so if you maybe
they still do it.
But I'm saying if you take that same approach and now you told people that it's an alien thing, they don't look into the government. So there could be a conspiracy there.
And then anything like us, they're doing it. That's what I think.
I think definitely. I think that they would definitely be taking some kind of analysis as to our race, as I would call it. But yeah, I think that that's something that would be possible.
No, who
if not in the ass, I'm just saying
on this show, for instance, right? We talked about this, and then Nick said, "I actually have been abducted before."
Yo, that's a fire watch.
If Nick said that he actually, if in this context of this conversation, he said, "You know what, guys? Actually, I never told anybody this, but I have been abducted." What would you say? Would you believe him?
I would say, dude, you got really drunk. You thought he was your friend.
You thought he was your friend.
You're just trying to make sense of it, and we get that. But don't make eye contact with me.
So I feel like we all pretty much agree that if there were some kind of extraterrestrial life, and they came here for maybe a scientific expedition, the possibility of them probing one of us motherfuckers is high. It's at least,
I believe it,
considerable.
93%.
All right, next topic. Good job, Wes. We like that, Wes. What's the name? Wes 410.
West 410.
Wes 410. Appreciate it, brother.
410, just in case they typed in.
410, yeah. Oh, wait.
Last question of the day, guys. Last question of the day.
We're going to make this the last question.
And then we're going to go get a pump.
Hey. All right.
I found myself a clapper. Go ahead.
What's a clapper?
And then she got no ass on my slide.
Oh, that'll be my head right now.
Quarter them know me, no.
Alright, so it's not just me. Alright, I'm just making sure. It's not like
I got shout out the name too.
Quarter me no, no.
Listen.
Quarter me no, no. Okay, I got you.
Curated by Nina.
So this says courted Nina.
Curated.
No,
my handwriting is shit.
It says curted.
I feel like
it's curated by Nina.
I feel like curated is implied that there's an A somewhere in there.
I can't read it right.
So coordinator, can you hard a word?
Listen, this
I got you. I know what it says, but it's not right. Eager being Glauben Gruben. Okay, sorry. Can you have? Is this German? Can you have a work bill?
If you're single, that's all. Is it cool to have a work bill if you're single? Yeah,
what? If
That
you
doesn't
single,
make
of course
that-
it's
this doesn't make any
Hey,
sense.
remember, you know the whole working at work.
Nah,
not
it
having
doesn't,
personal
it doesn't
Nah,
say
yeah,
if you're
yo.
single. He's
Neither.
trying to cop himself out of this question. We gonna get this work. Married guys go first.
That is not the truth. I do not know what he's talking about. What do you guys think?
Work
Single.
boo.
That's assuming we're all single.
Hold
Do
on.
you blur that line of work relationships?
Okay, you sweating. You sweating a little bit.
You know me. I
It's
ain't.
the hat.
What y'all think?
Come
Is
on,
it
yo.
cool?
If you single,
Work boo.
if you single, it's not
Or is it too messy? Because remember, it can go
That's
sour.
not the question. You can have a
It
work
can
boo,
go
a
sour,
gym
but
boo.
at the same
You
token,
can have
if
a
you already
mall
drunk-
boo.
But guess what happens though? If it goes bad, if your boo gets another boo and now you embarrassed, or
Why would
y'all
you be
boo
embarrassed?
shit ain't working out. What do you mean why you embarrassed? You over there spitting game every day, working out with it, and another
You should have wrote this if you didn't want to answer the question, brother.
Answer the question.
Ain't no
Me-
damn
so
such
me-
thing as a single work boo.
I have
A
been,
work boo.
I've been in that situation where it's a girl I work with and I flirt with, and it's fun and like but it's been awkward. Maybe I've moved on. I got a girlfriend, and now she's like, "Oh, you got a girlfriend, and it's weird." And now the work shit isn't as easy. It's almost kind of like it's just something there that's kind of fucking it up, or vice versa. I've been in a situation where I thought a girl was feeling me, and maybe it was going somewhere, and then all of a sudden she got a boyfriend, or she had a boyfriend the entire time. So I guess what Nina was trying to say is that you just say fuck it, don't do anything at work but work, and keep your relationships outside of work, or is it cool to blur those lines and say, you know what?
Workplace relationship. So was it? Okay, my bad. I cut you off.
No, you good.
No, yeah.
Oh,
I'm holding the question.
as far as me, I would say,
Have you done it, or will you do it? Or both?
I have done it
Will you
before.
do it? He trying to get a
Not now. Now, if you were single, this is hypothetical. Hypothetical.
Yo, your
If you
boys
were
ain't your
single.
boys, yo.
No, I
Remember
was
you
in a
told me
situation
about-
like that, and I was I was a lot younger at that point in time. But I did do that one time. But no, fuck you. But I did do that at one point in time, and it did make things a little awkward. But that was a mutual. It was a mutual understanding between us where we was like, look, we at work, we gotta work together, so it'd be best if we not really. I mean, it's cool that we flirt, whatever the case is, but we shouldn't take anything beyond that next level because we do have to see each other on a daily basis because we work together. So it was, it could have been something that could have been potentially good, but at the same token, if it would have went sour, then it would have been completely awkward, and neither one of us wanted to be put in that situation just because you never know exactly how long you're gonna have to, endure that person or be around that person.
Damn, endure the person.
Yeah,
That in itself proves that you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So you're against it.
So
Jump in there real quick. You're against it.
realistically, all right. So my first thought of this was, of course, if you're single, you should do it. But then when I thought about it and I looked into the depths of my memories,
When you actually listen.
when I looked into the depth of my memories, there's only one real answer to this question. And the only answer to this question is, don't do that shit, yo. It's trouble. It's trouble. It's not but trouble. First of all, you get a work boo. If anybody in the company knows that that's your work boo, it's gonna be hard as fuck for you to accelerate through the fucking they're not taking you serious. They're looking at you like, yo, you just be jamming and slamming in here, yo. You shouldn't be doing that. But just don't do it.
That's another thing, and plus somebody else is gonna hate too. It's gonna be a hater, and then there's gonna be.
What'd you say, Dan?
I would say no. For me, it's very pragmatic. Like, think about it. Like, if you say you're dating somebody, right? I mean, you would hope that the person. I mean, unless it's really just like a jokey thing. If you're actually talking to you, I get attracted to like ambitious women. I like powerful women. Like women at least seeking.
I love it.
Huh? Okay, so we're going there, and so we're that are seeking like a higher standing, right? So one of us is getting promoted eventually.
Yeah.
There's a certain like uncomfortability when you work for her or you work under somebody, and that's
either position. Yeah.
Either way, so she works under me. Then maybe she's walking on eggshells that you shouldn't have in a relationship. And if I'm working under her, then I can't be the man that I am. And I'm walking on eggshells. If we break up, do I lose my job? You know what I mean?
She's shitting on you all day at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah,
so I think that. So like if I'd say it's not worth it. I say if you really want to be with her, like if it's like I don't know if any of you guys who watch Parking, right?
No, but
Parks
I know
and
the
Rec?
show. I can know the show.
Okay, well, then the reference doesn't make sense. So, anyway, so if you really want to be with her, and this is the woman you think is a wifey type,
Good news, yo.
apply for a higher position at a different job. Now you don't go parallel. Don't be a fucking loser. What's the point of anyway? But go for a higher job, a higher job, a higher paying job, but in a different company.
Yeah.
So that whatever her vertical moves are, or whatever your vertical moves are, you guys can still come together. And if there's an argument, you can argue without any undertone of, oh my God, my job may be at risk, or will this person while out at my job?
The next day, I told him, fuck you.
Exactly.
Type of shit.
Yeah. So I don't think there's no place for it. If you guys meet at work, you gotta leave.
So it's a cool idea to have, but it's not a smart one to go. So
exactly.
No, it's maybe you might flip with it.
I would say
you gave your opinion.
Yeah, I say no.
I would say that,
and I've done it before and it didn't work. I would
say if you're interested in someone you're working with,
right.
that's a great chance to vet them because you're with them so much.
Right.
But I wouldn't date them until I was gone. So like if I got that manager, not manager, but like a executive or whatever job at another company.
I'll come see you later.
Then you'd be like, hey, then that's when you can
rekindle that flame.
Well, not even rekindle because it wouldn't have been that long over time. But I would say it'd be something like, hey, you want to grab lunch, and then you guys can start trying to build that. And if she's like, oh, it was just a work thing, you're making more money now anyway. Fuck it, you know what I mean? You're good. It's a win-win. But dating in the job is a hard lose. It's a win, hard lose.
We say no.
What do you guys think about Nick's shirt and hat combo? Does he look like a Cuban uncle? What you think?
Does he look like he's dripping in finesse?
Dripping. I'm over the finesse.
You like that one?
I'm gonna say Bruno Mars. That's all he wears too, yeah.
Give a shout out to Denzel's hat. Future mixed with the Jewel Santana bandana style. You know what I mean? And the freshly made shirt. You know what I mean? The match.
That he didn't want for Valentine's Day. That's what this girl gonna fuck him up, dog. She gonna fuck his ass up.
That's what you wear when you're doing a drive-by on a horse.
What?
Like that.
We got my man Danny.
So,
8 chains.
8 chains.
In conclusion, we're wrapping this up. We do have a podcast at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Sundays.
Right?
So
we're gonna hold
sex.
We're gonna try to go live. If we don't go live, we'll record it and post on the channel another day. Any quick wrap ups? Do we want anybody to comment? Remember, we want the people to comment.
I got
any kind of questions or just want to shout their name out?
You had to check your phone. I check mine.
No, well, I got some. I guess we can do that.
Yeah, that's a real quick wrap.
But you know what? I did want to touch back on that Black Panther real quick. Right. Do you think, and how ironic do you think it is?
Yes, they should have picked you to play it.
You probably could have been an extra for real.
All right. You know what? I thought about that though. I might.
Hey, shout out just Ash. I know you gave a question, Ash. It's in the fucking. It's in the. It is what it is.
Yeah, we don't get to.
We can't get to every question every week, but we're gonna get to it next week for sure.
About the Black Panther thing. How ironic or imperative do you think was that movie to come out in 2018 with the way the society is right now, and in Black History Month? Was that a whole part of the scheme itself?
Yeah. The Black History Month was definitely part of them executing the scheme of getting it at the right time. I think when it came out.
Before we turn it off, DM me if you want to talk.
Oh, are we turning the live off?
Hold on, it ain't even showing you right now. All right, you want to do that again?
You want to do it?
Wait, do that one time.
So just make sure, just DM me or us if you want to talk.
There we go. And we'll end the real podcast on that note right now.
Hold on. You ain't getting
Yo, say bye. No.
We gotta give out the letters.
Say
Oh,
next time we gotta make sure we close off with a not for safe.
Hey yo, shout out.
Not safe is.
Not safe is.
Listen to the motherfucking podcast.
Boom. Spotify. SoundCloud.
So what's this for?
This is like after hours.
Hey yo, shout out to Lil Ray. Shout out to L Ron.
So what's the
Marvin had a
Uncle Pookie.
So Marvin.